Let me tell you a story, and I am Thomas. This is the Piscataway Burial Ground in Edison, New Jersey, and it is steeped deep in the Revolutionary War history. The grounds here that I'm walking on were used at one point as the training grounds for the British Army as they moved through the state. Right next to the common yards was a tavern where both George Washington and Alexander Hamilton visited, and the whole area has a deep, rich history in general. Buried here where I'm walking, as you've seen, are many of the original families of this area, but also British soldiers from the American Revolution, American soldiers from various wars, a Civil War general, mayors, and other influential residents. Its oldest tombstone, still legible today, dates back to 1693 and rests above the Harper brothers, who died, rumor goes, after eating poisonous mushrooms, and they were buried together. But there have been many burials here, even earlier than that. Another interesting gravestone is that of Thomas W. Harper, who was killed during their tornado of 1835. According to legend, he was standing out in the storm when he was told to enter the inn across from the church. Harper then said he would not fear God until he felt his power. Well, he was then struck with a timber from the church, and he died 4 days later. But that's not all that resides in this burial ground. In 1731, rumor is that the burial ground became the final home of one Mary Moore. Now, we don't have an exact depiction of Mary Moore, but this is a common woman of the 1700s, as you see right down in the right-hand corner. But Mary Moore was a local woman who was allegedly a witch, accused and put to death, either hung or burned at the stake for her crimes. However, though, that may not be the full truth, as reports on her death, they vary greatly. According to some sources, well, she was hung while others said she was poisoned. Well, she poisoned herself after she murdered her husband. Despite that, the claim that Mary Moore was a witch, that she grew strange plants in her yard, made animals do strange things, dressed oddly, remains the same across the board. Now, there's even rumors whispered that Mary Moore was the inspiration of the legend of Bloody Mary. You remember that playing as a kid. Basically a game that guys play at sleepovers. One stands in front of the mirror at midnight in the dark and says, Bloody Mary, 3 times. At that point, the ghost of Mary is supposed to appear and either scare the crap out of you or rip you to shreds. Though no one is really sure what the actual origin is, some people think it has to do with Queen Mary. Others they think it has to do with a girl named Mary Worth, who was once beautiful until an accident tore her face to shreds, and at that point she vowed that no one else would be beautiful. In any case, if you ask someone from New Jersey where Bloody Mary comes from, they'll tell you it's Mary Moore. The legend goes that the Piscataway burial ground, as I'm walking through it, is haunted by the ghost of Mary Moore, though I can neither confirm or deny At night, it is told that if you walk around her grave 3 times and spit, you will come face to face with Mary's ghost. I cannot find Mary Moore's grave here, because apparently what happened, it's a story about 2 boys. I don't know if they were friends or brothers. Apparently stole Mary's headstone. Now, here again, the story gets a little wonky here. Again, because it's urban legend in either the 1980s or the 1950s. Now, apparently, after stealing her headstone, one of the boys was trying to cross Route 1, which is a major highway that runs through Edison, and was killed instantly. Now, after that had happened, the second boy smashed the headstone, fearing that it had been cursed. Or, another way the story goes is that the boy was hit by the car on the way home from stealing the headstone, and it fell into a sewer. So, there are many, many stories, and they go many of which way. But, listen, some things are unexplained. And personally, I do not want to find out the hard way if a story or a legend is actually a reality. I hope all is well. Live from Edison, New Jersey, I am Thomas. This has been the story of Mary Moore.